They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A gain of 15.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They go play action with Eason. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Play action. It's Eason. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made by Bobby.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. On the counter, it's Taylor. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And a Colts 1st down.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
The ball carrier, J.J.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mack. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun is Eason, fighting Hilton on the slant. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run the counter. Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Watson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
The tackle made by
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down. Here's Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mack. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
It's a gain of...
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Eason. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Five yards from the end zone, first and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Eason sets to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing is Eason. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and goal.
But it's fourth and goal.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
A 24-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 23. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Now on first down, Drake again. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Give me that.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, it's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, come on. 58, come on. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
To the air yet again, Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Drake. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Draymond Smith on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Off play action. Eason. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Looking deep. And got his man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. first down. Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. But looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Eason. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. 3rd down here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Eason, and that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is fielded at the 27. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Darius Leonard on the tackle.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson.
Watson's pass.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain.
Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson off play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Texans 17. Colts 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
34-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eason to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun is Eason. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
58 to the mud. 58 to the mud. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball, Randy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a gain.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Get off the field. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's get his foul.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Play action. It's Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 93 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Taylor, the Colts ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. Broken tackle. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Eason. He's got Burton here.
Eason's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Eason on 2nd down. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The give to Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Check 13. Check 13. 70 Lions.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
Makes the score Texans 31, Colts 10. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Houston, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.